Welcome back to the Aces NFL show. Week 16 is done and dusted. We'll be talking about it heavily right here. We're going to split up 2 episodes this week. Merry Christmas to you and your families. Hope you're having a happy holidays because Sip has just been cooking on the points bet up. He's gone bananas today. I'll let you kick it off with the 49ers just saying, hello, Philip.
Thank you. Well, you know what? Get stuffed, Tommy. That's how it should be for you, mate. 49ers have just heard you all the way and just gone, you can get absolutely stuff. So, hey, I'm on fire right now. So, jump on board whenever you can. Merry Christmas to you all.
It was an early Merry Christmas present. We gave you one on the Seattle game, and that was an absolute snack. We'll talk about that later because our man Morg's on the ground with a few comments. And today, I was just baiting him, Sip. I was baiting him. I thought the Niners would smoke them. In fact, everything I said happened the other way. I said a defensive touchdown. I said 100 scrimmage yards for the RB1. Their wide receiver would go for 60, a tight end. Everything I said in reverse.
Just great.
I was just praying the Colts would get it done. I don't know why I've gone against the Niners. And I've learned something quite valuable for everyone out there that their coach, Shanahan, he's a mastermind.
He's a genius.
So when he gets more time to prep for a game, I think he just dominates.
He's a genius. He's one of the best in the game, honestly. I think I said this a little while ago, just the way he prepares and everything. He's got everything sorted. The offense is on absolute fire right now. The defense only hasn't had to do that much because the offense is just playing lights out. Purdy's been back 4 or 5 on the trot now. They're dangerous and they're right up there for almost taking the number 1 spot right now, which is incredible to think about.
It was one of the most exciting games to start.
It was sick. It was a great game.
I was filthy. I didn't take more yards on Phillip.
Agree.
He used to be the passing leader every year.
Yeah, I was still very scared because normally history tells you they get the first week out and they're a bit rusty, but you can get a few plays here and there. But the second week, the defense just knows exactly what they're going to do. And I thought he was going to be in for a really rough game, but an extra week in the system and the confidence was there to go.
Like I said, if you're putting up points on them with Phillip Rivers at 44, wait till they get to the playoffs. How's that clip we put up, by the way? I've been done dirty. I said that last Wednesday. Every team shut their bed. They've already clinched a playoff and we've posted it. So, boys, good on you. Thanks for looking after us. A bit of bait in the comments. But, hey, primetime football's been good.
It's been very good. We didn't start off, I reckon, too crash hot, but it has lifted over in the last month and it's been quite entertaining to watch. So, let's hopefully the last couple of weeks we can continue to let it roll.
Exactly right.
Speaking of primetime, Tommy, your boys.
Oh,
why aren't you wearing it? What's going on?
I am.
You've been wearing it for the last...
I am.
What do you mean?
DJ Moore is my new team. I'm on the Bears bandwagon. I officially jumped off the Ravens.
Me.
My boys, unbelievable in the clutch.
I'll tell you what, you've jinxed the Ravens and you've jinxed the Cowboys, so now you're probably going to jinx the Bears too. So good luck to you, pal, and enjoy that one. Mate, they stunk it up and that's probably the ultimate choke, in all honesty.
Okay, yeah. How frustrating can it be? Honestly.
Well, you tell me, mate.
Well, no, but can you see my pain?
I can see your pain.
How does Derrick Henry not get on the field, though?
12 minutes 50 on the clock, by the way, everybody. 12 minutes 50 on the clock in the last quarter. He scored his touchdown to go up 24-13, and you go home and hosed, and he did not touch the field for the rest of the game. What's going on there?
And it's not, and you don't even need to give him the ball. It was more just when he's out there, they have to just put all the blokes in the box to stop him. Well, and then it opens up the pass game. You put Keaton Mitchell out there.
Oh, yeah.
Keaton Mitchell, they were stopped.
He didn't get near it.
Well, because they just stopped him. They knew how to. But you can't stop Derrick Henry. He gets 4 yards. And when we've got Huntley out there, who's not too bad, but when you're 3rd and long, they just go, good luck.
No doubt. But that's the thing, though. You've lost Lamar already. Vital piece to your offense.
Just quietly. This
don't know. Contusion, supposedly. Day to day.
Day-to-day back.
Yeah, contusion day-to-day. I'm not sure.
Mate, I was like...
It's one of those years for him.
I thought he had to go to hospital to miss that game. It's season on the line. Anyway, I don't want to be negative.
No. Let it rip, mate. Let it rip.
Get back out there, Lamar. Get back out there. Season on the line.
But honestly, I looked at a thing a couple of days ago. Apologies, yesterday, because the game was yesterday. But 6 games, you've been up by multiple 10 plus or more. And you've lost. And we go back to week 1, obviously, earlier this year against the Bills. Home and hose, 3 minutes to go, up by 15, and it's lights out. And then that just kind of derails you the whole time.
Here's the graphic here, Sip. 4th quarter, we're up 35-14 Miami.
Yep.
12 to go. We lost. Buffalo, 20-3 at halftime with 13 seconds to go. We lost. Giants, 2010, we lost. Jacksonville, 19-10, 5 minutes 57 on the clock. We lost. And then Pittsburgh, 3:16 at the second quarter. We're 10-0 up. We lost. Browns, 9:24, lost. And then the New England Patriots, 13-24 with 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go when Derrick Henry runs the ball in for his second touchdown and has 128 rushing yards. We lose. We don't even score again.
They weren't able to stop him. 2 touchdowns, 128 or whatever on the ground, as you said, and then you take him off. Absurd stuff. I don't know what kind of coaching's going on there. He's clearly healthy. There was nothing wrong with him. So I don't know, but you've just blown your season. That's it. You still had a chance to be alive, and you just blew it.
It was a terrible weekend for me.
You've had a rough
Steelers.
week.
The Steelers beating the Lions.
Yes, unbelievable. Wasn't that a crazy finish to it as well?
In the weirdest finish of all time.
Oh, nuts.
OPI, and then he shovels it back to Goff.
How about the whole drive?
Well, I just saw
nuts.
Yeah, Amon-Ra scored earlier, and I thought, beautiful. That's one down. We can afford to lose against the Pats. Now I'm like, we have to win.
Yeah.
We were playing clinical. And then when Lamar went down, I honestly was like, he's done a kidney or broken a rib.
I thought he was I thought it may have been a punctured lung or something like that. That's what I thought. But then he came back out without the jersey on, and I was like, interesting.
It was really confusing. And mate, if he was to suit up this week.
Well, why? You can't make it. You're done,
We can still make it, I think.
Oh, okay.
Can't we win out and they lose out because we play them in the last week?
Oh, that's true. You got 2 games,
but
and you could.
It's not even the point.
No.
Like that was. Anyway,
I agree.
I was shattered. So my new
But
team.
you're a Bears man.
I'm a Bears now.
Oh well, they're cooked now. They're definitely not winning it at all. So good luck to you.
I will take this off. It's a nice jacket, mind you. There's plenty to talk about. But look, as a Ravens man.
Tough to watch, Tommy. Honestly, tough to watch. I'm
shattered.
I left. I parked it. I was happy days. I thought I won't watch the rest of this. They just look like they're in complete control of the game. So maybe I jinxed you with moving to some other location, but they've got to get it done. And maybe things need to change.
Again, I'm an Australian man that's been watching this game for 8 to 9 years. I feel like I've been a fanatical fan the last 5. And even I am just getting confused with why someone that you pay heavily at running back doesn't get on the field to at least scare them that you're going to run it and you bit of play action or something. I think the coach's comments after the game was they have a rotation. What are the players calling their own rotation? Like, get you the coach, get the big boy out there. Season on the line. You got QB3 out there, QB2 maybe if you want to argue, but he was QB3 at the start of the year. Oh, anyway, I could rant and rave.
Frustration, mate. Sense the frustration.
Anyway, it's getting hot in here. I'm taking this jacket off. I don't want to curse the Bears, but did anyone catch the last leg of the Trains multi when he needed DJ Moore for a tud? I mean, is that the best way to win a bet of all time?
Unbelievable. That was unreal
Is that the
play.
best finish to a game as a Bear you've ever seen?
We've had some quality games in the week just gone. The Seahawks and the Rams to kick it all off on Thursday night. I mean, again, Rams had that absolutely covered. What was it, 30-14? Looked like they were in cruise control. All of a sudden, Shaheed comes out of nowhere. Hasn't done anything all game, and he comes out of nowhere with a special teams touchdown on a punt return. And then it's just on again. And before you know it, it's 38-37, and the Seahawks have got one, and they're number 1 seed now in the NFC. And it's just like that. It's crazy. It was an incredible week.
Has Morgs, our man Morgs, has he witnessed the greatest home and away game in Seahawks history?
I reckon it would be right up there. It would have to be right up there. That was a crazy comeback. You turn that around. The 2-point conversion, that was mind-blowing. I mean, fancy that. Charbonnet just goes over there to pick up the ball in the end zone and he puts 2 points on the board. It was mind-blowing stuff. And then obviously some incredible plays down the stretch to keep themselves alive and obviously to end up winning that game and going for it for 2. Bit of a make or break for them and getting it over the line. And they didn't look anywhere near it for 3 quarters, the Seahawks. I genuinely thought they were in a bit of trouble and everybody was on Darnold. He can't do it. He's not there. And it looked to be that way. And then something just clicked. Something just opened up for him. Finally, you give Walker a chance to be able to make some plays. And as I said, they're the number 1 seed now in the NFC.
Last week, I listened to it. Sit was ripping into Walker. Well, didn't he respond? Didn't he, big boy?
Well, it's about time. So it was great.
It was enormous.
It was good to watch. So, as I said, some fantastic games. Puka Nacua, oh my goodness me. I mean, that guy is special. We honestly thought that we go, he'd probably have a quieter game. Here he is, 2 tutties, 225 yards. Unstoppable. Best guy in the league right now.
Well, you've led me into the fantasy championship. We have two finalists, and it's Money Munster, Jerome Hughes, and Pappenhausen, the 167 boys, versus Benny Graham and the Bont. So the D's boys straight sets, as we predicted. Jonathan Taylor carried them to their championship, and Joe Watson has gone down. Mind you, it should have been us. So Joe, well done, fighting for third. But talking about Puka and Walker, the 167 boys had the both players in their team. So imagine your first game of the week, prime time, fighting out for the 1 seed. They're fighting out for a championship, playoff opportunity. And they've had 80 points combined.
Nuts.
I mean, what a start.
Nuts.
So, and
Not losing
I
from
was
there.
messaging Munster today. I think they were up by 30 because they were still worried about Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
And they had Purdy.
Yeah.
And I go, give it up, you idiot. You are as I've never been more certain of being home.
Purdy has had a field day since he's been back. They had nothing to worry about. And they probably have to go in as favourites now.
Oh, well, and then talk about bad beats. Can we talk about Joe Watson's bad beats? So he was predicted to win by 30. All of a sudden, this is what happened within about, I reckon, 2 hours, but in 2 minutes. So he was playing Gainwell. And Harvey. Both had explosive plays, touchdowns. Gainwell's catch
was nuts.
and then tied into Harvey's break, 38-yard rushing tard, right? So back-to-back plays. And then the primetime game, it was King Henry versus Henderson. Henderson gets concussed.
Yes.
King Henry has one of his better games of the year. Just brutal. And then today, he had to watch Jennings just finish him off. So congratulations to Benny and the Bont and the 167 boys. That is the fantasy championship that's coming your way. We've got some videos from them, whether we play them in the YouTube and audio here, or we'll just put them on social media. But stay tuned for that. Munster will give the boys a bit of a rev up. I'm looking forward to seeing what he had there. Let's get straight into it. Look, new week here. We're going to do a 2-minute drill. We're going to do it to 2 minutes for once. So, Harrow, are you there, mate?
I am here, mate, ready to go.
Beautiful. You moved that mic like Philip Rivers under centre. You need it a little bit sharper there on the 2 minutes there, King. All right, we're gonna get 2 minutes on the dot because this can drift out. We're gonna do it together. So what we did this week, we asked all of you, and by the way, we really appreciate it. But this one's called the 2 minute drill. Ravens are fucked edition, and all the listeners and viewers have got involved. So if you want to get involved, you can get involved with the stories we put up on a Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon, and we would love all the engagement and questions from you guys, whether it's a statement or a question. So we don't know what we're reading, but Sip, I do one, you do one. Harrow, let us know when we've got 30 seconds left. Starting, here we go now. Harry Simons, 49. Go Steelers. Tar. Merry Christmas.
Sean Patrick, 9. Duval.
Tommy Hofer. DK may as well become a citizen of Cancun.
Tommy Hofer, again, Train's cowboy call was worse than Skip Baylor saying RG3 was better than Rodgers.
Shermoy, thinking the same thing with Henry. Shit must be rigged. Never wanted to believe that, but ...
Nick Moz. Lamar costing me a GF spot in fantasy. Got more off Tyler. Shocker horror.
Hayden Rook. Believe what? Lawrence is the real deal.
Oh, Tyler. Headbrain is back again. Don't worry about it. Bonex is still him. Good loss to have 5-game win streak to the bowl and to end the season.
I don't know about that. They look huge. Connor Young. Derrick Henry is stiffer than a sock under a teenager's bed. Ravens are beating themselves. Connor Young, you filthy man.
Oh, jeez. Cam Neal, bro. I've cursed them. WTF.
Caleb Kuzmic. Diggs was playing like he needs a pay rise to feed the kids.
This one is from Tom Sipos, not related. The Ravens might need to put the popcorn down before game time. It's getting ridiculous.
Zay Flowers had too much popcorn, I reckon. Troy Connor. Zebras tried their hardest to get the Ravens home train.
Oh, geez. James Freeman, please, for the love of God, get rid of Carroll and Geno Smith. Get an O-line. Let Genty cook. I agree.
That's 30.
Oi, there it is.
Proj.
That's the 2-minute drill right there.
There's no 30-second warning? Where's the 30-second warning?
I just said 30-second warning, you nuffies.
Oh, thought you said it was time. Sip. It's my
Maybe you
fault.
better switch on, Tommy.
Time out. 30 seconds left. We've got the time out.
Switch on. He said we're done. Proj, why am I a Freo and Ravens fan? Fuck my life. That's stiff. Quick,
Richie and 5, Drake. Drake May.
Hens, I just want to
That's it, boys.
Raymond sucked the
No
fattest
luck.
hunk of meat. Fucking bloody diabolical. Wow. There's a few more there. That's the 2-minute drill. Don't be mad at us. We're just repeating what you guys have written in. Thank you to everyone that tuned in for that. That is that
Keep
is
them
some good
coming.
stuff.
Very good stuff.
That's a better way of doing it, isn't it?
There we go. I love it.
You check that Moxie first, mate?
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, nah.
Looks like you can do with the fiery goodness of PointsBet.
It's like hot sauce, but for sport.
And now it comes with lock screen tracker. So you can follow your bet even when you got your hands full.
Cheers, mate. I'd shake your hand, but
Same game multi from PointsBet, now with lock screen tracker. Yeah, that's built different.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Before we get back into the show, I just want to say, have you subscribed? Well, if you haven't, what are you doing? We've got 73% of people that watch our content and listen that haven't subscribed. So if you are watching, please subscribe. And if you're listening, hit that bell notification so you get alarmed with a little notification every time we drop a podcast. Thank you so much for your support. Come on, we're only like 100 away from 20,000. Help us get there. Cheers. Breaking news, there's some big injuries. I think we start with the Chiefs quarterback room. Both player, Gardner Minshew finally gets a chance. He does an ACL, so, thoughts go out to him. But Quinshon Judkins, he's broken his leg in
Ugly.
a real ugly one. That sucks. Jordan Love, concussion. DK Metcalf, if you're the NFL, what are you going to suspend him for and how long will he be out?
It has come out already that he's got 2 games.
Oh, it's already
He's
out.
been suspended 2 games, and I think it's a pretty little penny. Maybe our man Harrow can have a look for us, but 2 games, and I think it's quite a bit in the hip pocket for him. So
that could be really costly to the Steelers.
I think it could be very much so. There's a lot to still play for in that division, and a lot to play for, going forward. And if you don't have him for the last 2 games to try and continue to build the chemistry and that, it's going to be very, very interesting. So that is a big loss and needs to sort his shit out, I reckon.
George
It is 2 games, boys.
Yep, there you go.
What about the cash? Is there a cash component there, Harrow?
I think it's about 555,000 in his salary.
Ooh,
Yeah.
half a mil.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. You can't walk. What's he
Nah.
thinking? He's a bit of a hothead, isn't he? I think I
he
read
is.
today they called him by his actual first name. He doesn't
Didn't
like that.
like it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Someone's
Someone's gone diving onto that one then to try and find out the first name. That's not
It's
bad.
on the internet.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can find it out. But it's actually a fun fact. You know DK's actual name,
That's great.
and not a lot of people would.
No,
So
do you?
I did before, but it is a unique
Yeah,
name.
there you go.
He clearly doesn't like it.
No, he doesn't. Got into it.
Injuries galore in the Cardinals-Falcons game as well. The Cardinals have had so many injuries.
bad.
Our man, Big Nolan, he was injured and a couple other guys, Sweat, went down. It's just been a really horrific year for them. They really just want the season to end.
Yep.
And they need
Can't
to
come quick enough for the Cardinals.
Yep, can't come quick enough. Let's just break down the games again, though. There's a couple other ones that were huge. I just thought Baker Mayfield-Evans connection to finish that game was a really poor way to finish the NFC South. It's probably gonna go to the Panthers. They just need to win 1 or 2
Yeah, they do.
of the next. They just beat the Bucks in the last round of the year. But hopefully that comes down to that game.
Yeah.
That was a really weird game.
was.
There wasn't much flow to it.
Nah.
Bucky Irving can't get a gig on the goal line.
I don't know why they keep using Sean Tucker on the goal line. It doesn't make any sense to me at
It's a
all. I
bit
know that he has the one big game and in that, but I actually don't understand it.
It's like Chardonnay.
Rashad White, and Buck Irving, 1-2 punch. You don't need Tucker on the goal line at all, in my opinion. You have those two as enough weapons. I don't understand. So, Baker's probably hit a bit of a lull period too. Like it's just not quite working for him right now. Maybe teams have started to figure him out a little bit, put him under a bit more pressure. But Carolina are finding ways to win, and they've got a right system going pretty well right now after a pretty rough start. And here they are, almost here to be able to take out the division. It's wild.
It is wild. This is crazy what's going on in the NFL. It's just heating up. I thought the Packers-Bears game was crazy, mate, as well. I know we touched on it before, but they were down by 10 points with not much time to go. They kicked the field goal. I thought they were late on that as well. Even the commentary was like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Then they recover the onside kick, and then they go down and score. And mate, it was just nuts. Obviously that got them back to overtime, and then the DJ Moore deep ball was one of the greatest deep balls I've seen with the man that had him as, for a tud on the last leg. But also, I want the Bears to win, and they just keep winning. And it reminded me, I think the Bears are the new Lions. I don't care what you say. I think the Lions window's slowly creeping away, and the Bears is just opening up, and it's going to continue to open up. And they're winning them games that the Chiefs won last year. We spoke about those close games. Well, the Bears are winning them, and all that trust and belief is just building every single week. And they didn't even have Romadunze, Burden. Like, they're missing players, and they're finding a way. Now, I know Packers fans listening and go, we didn't have Micah Parsons. We didn't have this guy. We had a lot of injuries. They lost a lot of injuries. So it was quite a gutsy win almost for them. Love got concussed early, but they found a way and got it done. And the Bears, if you are a Bears fan like I am, you need to start getting excited, Sid. So I just thought the Bears, that was I was pretty happy for their fan base. I think that was we talk about the biggest disappointment. So I don't know what the opposite of that is, but this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, that's great. I think the other one that we have to mention too is the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Broncos on the road. That is a massive win on the road. We have sat here a few times, and probably particularly you, about old Trevor, and gone, I'm not sold on him. I'm not too sure. I can't trust him. Well, I think that might have to change right now for you, Tommy, because that is a huge win. You come up against one of the best defenses in the league so far, and then you go out there and you drop 34 points on them on the road. That's very, very impressive. And head coach Liam Cohen is on fire right now, and he puts himself right up there as a candidate, in my opinion, for coach of the year. He's got a system that is working. Tampa Bay the last couple of years, so we've got a bit of an idea how the offense looked for him. He's brought it over here. He's gone, I've got the players to make this work. Travis Etienne is having an outstanding year. Last year he was nowhere to be seen, one of the biggest disappointments. And this year he has been on fire, and Trevor Lawrence is back to probably his best, and why he was the number one pick in the draft all those years ago. And it was very, very impressive to see. And Denver just didn't really have an answer in the end. Defense stood up well for the Jaguars, and their offense was absolutely balling. That's a huge win, and they put themselves right up there in the AFC now.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are the real deal, mate. They snapped the Broncos' 11-game win streak. They've scored 25 points in 8 weeks in a row. So that's just clinical and great to see. And T-Law, he's 14 total tuds and 0 interceptions since week 13. So not turning the ball over. The fact that they've done that against the Broncos defense, I'm now officially trusting Trevor Lawrence. I've actually got them ranked. Someone asked me the other day, where do you rank them? I think they're ranked 4 in my books at the moment. I reckon they're just below the Bills.
Yep.
And I think the Seahawks and Rams have got them covered, but they have to be about 4 at the moment. Yeah. I know they beat the Broncos. The Broncos have been they've trailed in so many games. So how well are the Broncos going is the question mark. Yep. They're going pretty well, but it's just, are they going as well as we think? But yeah, look, what we're seeing on paper, if they can score 25 points every single week, well, they're going to be in every single game. Yeah.
So their defense are flying around everywhere. It's been quite impressive too. Like, they're playing some real good complementary football. So playing at the right time too, which is exciting to see.
It is. So yeah, if you're a Jags fan, which we probably haven't spoken about the Jags all year. I was thinking about this in the shower sip. I was just starting to think about who's going to win this fucking Super Bowl.
It's nuts. It's wide open.
I have no idea.
I was literally thinking about it on the drive in here as well. It's the most wide open, I think, in the last 4 or 5 years, which is exciting. Yeah. I mean, you just don't have a definitive answer right now how it's going to go. I would have thought if the Rams got over the Seahawks with having Devontae Adams out, I probably would have had them a bit higher than everybody else. But it is wide open, and that's what we want. We want this playoff series to come out alive and just be like any given Sunday, which is awesome.
Who'd be more shattered, a Ravens fan or a Jets fan right now?
Honestly, I think a Ravens fan would be more shattered right now. Genuinely. And I could tell by your look that is the case right now. I reckon the Raiders fans, the Ravens fans would be more flat right now. The Jets knew what they were going to get. They were going to be shit. That's the reality behind it. That shit, honestly.
Playing the Saints and they're that
that shit. that you've given up now. When you gave up Sauce Gardner and you gave up Quinn Williams, you knew you were going to be in for a shit second half of the year. You guys would be way more flat than any Jets man.
Garrett Wilson's got the most receiving yards
I know,
still.
and he hasn't played since week 12.
And you know,
I
they're
reckon
the only team that hasn't had an interception.
no interception, and they're not going to get one. I reckon. They're not going to get one. If you can't get a pick against this young quarterback at the New Orleans Saints, you're not getting one. Good luck to you.
He made Olave look like a prime time Megatron.
Unbelievable. Easiest bet of the week, that was.
Yeah,
Easiest
well
bet
done.
of the week. But in all honesty, New York football is an absolute tatters right now.
I've never seen
5-25. It's the season. 5-25.
the tanking job of the Giants.
Seriously.
So they went fourth down. Instead of kicking a field goal, they go for it.
Seriously.
They generally, I would love to know what's being told to this
Seriously.
new interim coach. It's
No,
like
yeah.
lose.
Yeah.
But they're still like in the game. Like they were in the game, and that's how bad the Vikings are going.
nuts. Yeah.
Some bad beats all around this week with some injuries. So no doubt some disaster results for people in their fantasy, like we spoke about. I want to keep moving, but Eagles clinching the playoff spot. That means the streak's over. We spoke about that streak.
Yep.
And look, we will revisit it. I don't want to hear this again, Sip. The Dallas Cowboys call I made, one of the worst I've ever made. The Niners, that's a bit of bait. So if anyone out there is wondering why I said that, I'm just trying to fish you in, and I'll get you every time. And I'm going to continue it. So if you see me going, I don't think you're going to win a playoff game. So I'm going to continue. I hope you get there. But
This is like me and Bo's call last year. I love it. Just keep baiting them in, boys. Look at them. They're still talking about it 12 months later.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. He was huge on the weekend. A quick one on Taysom Hill, quite emotional, but he's the first player ever to have 1,000 passing, rushing, and receiving yards in a Super Bowl era. So it's cool to have. I saw him getting quite emotional at the end of the game there because he obviously doesn't know where he's at. Who would you rather on your team if you had the choice for just next year? Would you rather Taysom Hill or Travis Hunter? Next year, 1 year only.
Or Travis Hunter. Yeah, I like what he's got.
Yeah.
Yep.
The reason I asked that is, where do you put Travis Hunter now that you've got Myers? He's been extended. He's been. I need to receipt myself here, but I said his manager stitched him up. This is before Travis Hunter's knee and Brian Thomas was out. He's now come in and he is the clear one.
Yeah.
Wide receiver one. They love each other, him and Lawrence. And Thomas is actually looking better on the outside. You've got Washington, who doesn't get spoken about. He was enormous.
He's huge.
ETN out of the backfield, Strange at tight end. They've got an elite just core.
Yeah.
So Travis Hunter comes back. I was thinking, do you just make him a cornerback now? Because I don't think they need him on offense.
No, I think they'll lose Washington to start off with because of the year that he's had. I think they will lose him. I reckon he gets a sneaky little deal with how good he has been. So free agent, I reckon he's a big opportunity to go elsewhere. So that's where Hunter just comes back in. So I still think he should be on the offensive side of the ball. You have those three guys as your weapon, Hunter,
But why lose
Thomas.
him? Why not pay him if you're the Jags?
Well,
Keep him there.
I think that's the thing, but it's obviously more about where you can get money elsewhere. So Myers have obviously already paid. Lawrence is obviously gone on a fair hit too, and they've got other guys there that are still on a pretty pay packet on the defensive side of the ball. So it's just whether or not you're able to do that, and knowing that you do have Hunter coming back on a rookie deal. Organisations won't see much point in going, we may as well keep Washington too. So I think he's one, and deservedly so. He's been on fire since Hunter has gone down. Deservedly so. Get paid a bit of extra money for what you've done this year. Credit to you. You've got Hunter coming back. They're your three options. Happy days.
Well said, mate. Well said. You should be a GM. I'm just looking at some other results as we go through. We're about to round out the recap, which we're doing something different for you this week. Obviously, it's Christmas. We'll preview the Boxing Day games in Australia, but obviously Christmas over there. And a few other blockbusters coming our way in the next episode. But while I keep going, I just want to look at the couple other games. But the Bills and Browns is a unique one, Sip. Cook was enormous, but they only won by the 3. And the Chargers and Cowboys, well, Herbert, 300 passing yards. We said Quinn Johnson on the outside. Anyone that plays that wide receiver that loves a deep ball, they don't stop anything. Yeah. And it should be fun. If there was a quarterback position there, Mariota wasn't injured and Jaden Daniels, this game that we're going to have with the Cowboys coming up next week in Washington would be exciting.
Absolutely.
But I don't know what their quarterbacks got in them. And the other one was just like Joe Burrow, just dealing touchdowns to Chase Brown, who, Regan Bayless and Dill Gibbons have in fantasy. But how can Jamar Chase not get
one? I
one?
don't understand that.
Like, how they just line up Mike Evans out wide and they pepper him for one? What's going on there when you got nothing to play for? I just thought Jamar Chase being, the Triple Crown last year would just a little
Just
bit.
load him up.
Yeah, I just thought Joe Burrow would be like, I'll just look after you, man. Do you reckon they've had a bit of a falling out? Because I couldn't work that out, Sip.
Don't know. I'm not really too sure. I just think you've peppered him all day, except the end zone. Like, I don't know. I don't really have an answer for it, to be honest. It's just beyond me, to be honest. So I really just expected probably more. He still has 9 catches for 109. And it's an okay day for him. But yeah, I'm not really too sure. Maybe there is a bit of connection issues going on there right now that we're unaware of. Joe has come out in the last few weeks. Seems like he's not enjoying himself, or is a change of scenery, or
Say how you enjoy yourself. You play the Dolphins.
I was going to say, and give it to your best player on offense too. But don't know. Maybe there's a couple of things that need to happen over the offseason. It'd be nice to see Joe healthy, to be honest, and they can actually make something happen, get a half decent defense, and they could challenge themselves in the future. But it was a very, very weird one.
I tell you what,
very weird.
I tell you what's a weird one for me. I can't work this bloke out. I can't work this team out. How the hell does Ashton Genty have a 60-yard receiving touchdown, right? Have a total of 188 yards and 2 touchdowns against one of the best defenses in the league that must win, and they almost did win. The Texans were horrific.
They were shocking. They're lucky.
I'm wearing CJ at the moment, but he'd want to lift.
I really, really thought that their offense had lifted so much in the last month, particularly with CJ being back. Thought Nico Collins was just going to have a field day. And just, I don't know, no idea. They're just kind of floating along, maybe knew that they were going to be okay, bit of a scare, turning around when they need to and hold on. But very, very ugly football. Very ugly football.
Very ugly. I was looking at the odds up here on the PointsBet app just to suss out the MVP race, because what Drake May did to the Ravens. I know we're talking about the Ravens a bit too much, but we've got to talk about Drake May and Stephon Diggs and the connection there and how good Drake May looks. He is so good to watch. And when you've got a young quarterback like that and you've got a head coach, they've got a bit more cash, I reckon, to sprinkle. They're missing a couple of players as well.
They are.
When they get them back, they're going to be fun to watch. And with their backs against the wall,
he's talent.
Henderson didn't play. He's concussed. They did it with Stevenson. It was pretty good stuff.
Yeah, they're very talented. His deep ball is one of the prettiest in the NFL.
Oh.
I just love it when he lets it go, and it's just poetry in motion. It's so good to watch, and he's outstanding. 380 yards in the air. Massive.
I just see Trevor Lawrence has entered the conversation at 51-1, but they've got Stafford at $1.40, just locked and loaded, and then Drake May $3.25, Josh Allen at third at $26. So 2-horse race according to PointsBet, who we're obviously powered by, and where Sip has been putting up these bets, and we've been putting up these bets for prime time games. We've flipped this, we've flipped the script a little bit. We've been struggling a little bit on prime time. Not struggling. We've been nailing a few. I remember the one with Bengals and whatnot, but the Sunday games, we were a bit weak this week, but then the prime time, you've come out today and just dominated. And I think we talk about the Niners one, and then before we move on, but the performance on offense every week, it's scary. But this Kittle ankle or leg injury, it would want to be all right because he's a huge piece. It's mainly the blocking I want to talk about. Obviously receiving and tuds, but the way he blocks is impressive.
Watch his tape.
I know.
Honestly, so, anybody out there that maybe genuinely loves their NFL and just watch his tape, it is incredible to watch how good he is at blocking. And honestly, half the yards that McCaffrey gets, he's going to Kittle's side, and you know exactly why, because he just gets the job done every single time. It's so good to watch. And then he gets rewarded for his effort afterwards, putting up 7 catches, 115 yards, and basically a half a football. And they're on fire right now. They haven't punted since November 30th. So they haven't punted throughout the whole of December. Nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Is that the best job in the world? Or
it has to be right now. I mean,
how many games did you go without punting?
Cruise control in a row. I've had a couple of times where I didn't have to punt in one game, but never 4 weeks in a row.
How much do you earn roughly when you're a punter?
A game? Depending on who you are, but a pretty penny, like 30. 40K, depending on who you are.
30-40K and you don't do it.
Just to do this. Put it down put it down for the kicker. That's it.
That's actually a great point. I want to ask you this. People forget what you blokes do on field goals. And I feel like it's
putting it down for the big guy that puts it 3 points.
Is that hard?
Yeah.
And
that's tough.
I rarely see a fumble.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of effort that goes into it. Like I probably spent as much time holding as I did punting because in the end, it's 3 points or it's an extra point on the board. So you have to spend the time to make sure that you're getting it right. So putting it on the spot every time for the kicker, make sure your hands are clean. That snapper's ripping it back there. There's no lollipops or anything. You got to get your hands right and make sure that everything's really, really smooth. Getting the hands down and that. And as I said, just putting it right on the money for your kicker to get the job done. Even the angle of the ball. If you're slightly off, the kicker will let you know straight away. So, pivotal part to obviously what we do as punters as well is making sure that we execute so the kicker can put the points on the board.
What game have you played, just before we round out, what's the game that you've seen yourself in that position all day where they can't get a touchdown and you're just grabbing that ball and putting it down for the kicker?
Yeah, so I had one game. It was more like extra points and how many points we actually did put on the board. So we dropped 40 a couple of times, one against the Green Bay Packers and another one against the New Orleans Saints, and we dropped 40 points against them. And it just feels like you're constantly out there just either just putting it down there for an extra point or kicking a couple of field goals late in the game. But that's all I felt like I was doing. So we just go, what you do to warm up, like if we're in the back, behind 50, I'd be warming up punt. Jalen would throw a deep ball to AJ Brown. Automatically we're in field goal range, okay, put that down, and then I start just getting holds on the sideline, and that's all I feel like you're doing for the whole game. So, a couple of times where it's like that, but hey, you're still part of the game in some way, which is nice. It's not like you're doing nothing at all.
So cool. We forget that this man was just sitting there, front row seat. So, do you get to enjoy the game a little bit?
I get to enjoy the game a little bit, more so on defense. So, when offense is on, like I'm definitely focusing on what I need to do, just in case the boys don't get the result if they're behind 50. But then obviously if we're scoring in that, I may get to see a third down play because I'll need to run out there on fourth down. So I'll get to see a third down play here and there. But I have to kind of be switched on because the one guy that kind of gets stitched up when the game's been blown out is normally the punter, because you put your second string guys out there. They don't normally, get it done. They get a couple of 3 and outs, and you haven't kicked all day, and your first kick's 4 minutes to go in the last quarter, and have to try and let one rip to let it go, even though the game's well and truly done. So, you got to stay focused throughout the whole time because you could have 2 punts. There was one that happened on the weekend. I think the Rams guy towards the end hadn't punted all game, and he had 2 punts inside the last 3 minutes of the game. So just have to be switched on at all times, making sure that you're ready to go.
Oh, it's fascinating stuff. If it's fascinating stuff, and it's fascinating stuff when you don't know where you're going for Super Bowl, and we're going to tell you where you need to be. The Tailgate Fest is back. We've told you in 2026, and it's bigger than ever. Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane. Big screens, atmosphere is electric, DJs, food and beers, and the whole game day experience done properly. So if you ever wanted to watch a big game at the pub at 10 a.m. and thought there has to be a better way, then this is it. We've decided we're going to partner up with Tailgate Fest. There's 3 of us on board. There's PointsBet, the Aces, and Tailgate all combining for the greatest day in history. That's the Super Bowl. And if you want to get around the day, all you have to do is get online right now at tailgatefest.com.au, grab yourself some tickets, and join us for one of the greatest days in the history. And it's going to be one of the best Super Bowls we've ever seen, because we've got no idea who's going to be there right now. And whoever is going to be there, we're still not going to know who's going to win. And that's what you want. You want teams to just compete, and you just want to not know what's going to happen, Sip. So get in. This one sells out every year. And it's not one of those new ones. These guys have been doing it for a long time. And that's why we're proud to partner with Tailgate Fest and get around a big day. Big early start as well, the Super Bowl. So you want to make sure that you go into a great setting where everything is locked and loaded. Absolutely. And I'm hearing there's always a special guest. They always have someone that flies in from America that plays NFL. Looking forward to hearing that one. All right, Sip. Well, that's all I've got for you with the review show. Yep. It's time to preview some of the biggest games coming up, but most importantly, the Boxing Day specials that we've got cooked up here. So if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the button. We're not far off 20,000 on YouTube. And obviously, if you're listening to this on all your podcast platforms, hit subscribe. And Merry Christmas to you and your family. We hope you're going really well. And if you are running low on pocket change, well, you shouldn't be if you're on the PointsBet app because the Sip was just cooking on prime time. Righto, guys. Thanks for your time. We'll see you soon.
You check that Longsy for his mate? Sorry, mate. Yeah, nah.
Looks like you could do with the fiery goodness of PointsBet.
It's like hot sauce, but for sport.
And now it comes with lock screen tracker. So you can follow your bet even when you got your hands full.
Cheers, mate. I'd shake your hand, but
Same game multi from PointsBet, now with lock screen tracker. Yeah, that's built different.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.